Quick example of a regression on the calculator. Instead of doing it by hand, we can also do these on calculator. Now by hand, it would be just pretty quick. What we'd have to do is we'd have to estimate the vertex, which is probably going to be about 5.5. So we'd estimate about 5.5 on the vertex. And then we would pick 2 points and do exactly what we did on the last problem using the systems of equations. But the calculator could come in very handy when we're allowed to use these things. So first thing first is we're going to submit all this data into the calculator under the stats menu. Because of time reasons, I went ahead and did that. I put in my x's, which is just straightforward 1 through 10, and then my corresponding y values. Now, I then go to graph. I could take a look at my set if someone's been playing with your calculator, but when you reset it, it should go back to standard here. So we're going to go to graph. Let's go to graph. It'll show the scatter plot which exists right here in this depiction here. Next step is we just want to go to our calculator. So we just calculate, and we are dealing with a quadratic model, so we want to definitely hit the x squared. Now this right here you want to jot down because this gives it in standard form. So our f of x in standard form would be -4, and let's just round to the nearest thousands. So 365 x squared. My b being positive 45.584 x, and then my c is going to be a negative 10.427. Okay, now that's it in standard form. This would be a real pain to do in completing the square, but if you're to do it by hand using the estimate of about 5.5 as your vertex and using these 2 points, you would come up with a different a. Do not use this a in your vertex form. That will be a no-no. This a and this a are slightly different because we had to factor out some things. All right. So here we go. Using the calculator straight away, we're just going to copy this into my y graph here. I'm going to exit. Well, I didn't have to. I can go straight to graph. Hit that. I need to select, and then I can draw. So there's my graph. I can do things with this graph. I can solve some various properties of it. I can input some predictions, say what's going to happen at 12 or something like that. Well, we're going to go negative, of course. So let's just do a quick G-solve of my max, because we do have a max, and there's my vertex, about 5.22, and my y of 108.6. So I would have to actually solve for a to write this in vertex form, but it's fairly useful to use this in standard form as well. Okay, so that is it. I'm going to go ahead and get this posted. That was the very basics, given a nice, easy, friendly regression.